Hey guys, Dylan Sider with Kinfolk Carpentry here, and today we are going to do a truck tour. I have had a few comments about it, wanting to see how I keep my tools organized, so I'm going to show that to you. So my truck is a 2014 Chevy Silverado. It's like the work truck model. It doesn't have any carpet on the inside. It's all just like the vinyl floor, which I really like. It's two-wheel drive. I made that decision just because it was a cheap truck at the time, and it's got a 6-foot bed in it, so kind of a shorter bed. I don't need four-wheel drive because I live in Pennsylvania. We barely get any snow, so that's why I didn't get four-wheel drive. Saved me a little money. And we'll get started here on this side compartment here. So this is the driver's side. In this side compartment, they have a little aluminum boxes, which I really like. I can keep things locked up, and I don't have to dig through the bed of my truck to find what I need. So in this side is all my like main power tools. So in here, you can see I have an impact. I have a light. That's my little cordless circular saw, jigsaw, oscillating tool, big circular saw. Yeah, I have a random orbit. These canvas bags, I keep blades in one and bits in the other. So jigsaw blades, oscillating tool, knife blades, jigsaw blades are all in there. This is my cordless vacuum. It's not, I don't use it as like a big shop vac where I'm cleaning up large spaces. It's like, if I'm installing a door and I have a little bit of dust and stuff, I just, in remodeling, I'm in someone's finished house, just need to clean up quick. That's what I use. And then I have a drill back here. So that's kind of the driver's side. It's not super organized. Maybe someday I'd like to build little individual slots for everything to kind of go in, but for right now, that's kind of how I keep this organized. So the passenger side, I keep a little more miscellaneous things, but things that I don't want to dig around to find. That's like pretty quick to grab. So right here, I keep an assortment of screws that I may grab relatively often or that I need like a large quantity of. I do have a screw organizer in the main part of my truck, but right here I keep like 3-inch deck screws, 1.25 inch drywall screws. Like those are two of the main common screws I have. Just some 2-inch screws, some shorties, and then I keep a wide assortment of like tape in this corner, wood filler, rags, and then I have like some wire nuts back here just in case if I need them, and some cleaner. I love these wipes right here. Kind of expensive, but Crocodile wipes, I get them at Home Depot. They're everything. I use it as like a mop if I'm just wiping up something, if I got dust on something, or if I need to like scrub something that I marked up or whatever. Just clean up. It's really good for glue, anything like that. Electrical tape. This is where I keep my laser level. It sits right in there. This canvas bag holds all my like straps for on top of my truck. So like, ratchet straps and bungee cords. Forstner bits. They drill a nice clean hole, so when finish work, these are kind of a must for me. And then in this box here, I keep glues and sealants and caulking and all that stuff. Adhesives, they all live in this box here. And then I have my hole saw kit back here. It's in a Milwaukee pack out. I bought it as a whole kit. I don't have any other pack out stuff other than that. So that's usually just for cabinets and stuff. I don't keep like 4-inch or anything big in it. It's more like 1.25 inch to maybe 3-inch in there. So a big box of sanding discs. 120 is really all I keep. I don't really get super fancy with that. I just keep those in bulk. This I just keep 5-minute. If I nick something up, it's always good to have some 5-minute on hand, and a drywall pan, and a putty knife in there. So paint bucket, and I usually keep, these are shark bite caps, and I think I have a cap for 1.5-inch drain line, just in case if I need it. You know, sanding pad. So that's that side. Um, just kind of things I use day to day. I keep on that side. Yeah. So now for the back of my truck. I carry this table, these DeWalt tables, with me everywhere I go. I use it all the time. Sit a miter saw on it, sit, anything, kind of a workbench, sit my tools on it while I'm working. And then I keep a little trash can with me. I don't have room to keep something huge, but I'm also not doing like huge demo with this. If I was doing huge demo, I'd probably load up a bunch of trash cans and bring them along. But I keep a little trash can with me because it fits in the back of my truck nice. I'll go over what's on top. I keep some tapes, measuring tapes on top. I really only use 2 types of nailers, an 18 gauge and a 16 gauge, and I keep those hooked here. I have a few more tape measures. I have a ton of those. I hang caulking guns right here, and an extra bungee cord or 2 is hanging there too. Here, I have 2 bars that kind of go across right here, and all my bag of levels sits up here. So I have a bunch of Stabilo levels in a bag, and I've got 16 2-foot, 32-inch, and a 6/8 level, and they kind of sit at an angle up here. I have some sawhorses tucked up there, just little plastic ones, and then I have just a piece of tube right here that I keep a real long clamp in. That thing's like 4 feet long, and then I have a broom that sticks in there, a T-square, anything kind of long, I just kind of tuck in that tube there, and then I have just like a small broom that lives in there as well. So that's kind of how I keep that all tucked up and out of the way. I'm going to go over what's in this drawer. I have a big pull-out drawer here. This is a little bit of a catch-all. It's pretty disorganized, but I keep like quick grips, everything. I use this to mix drywall mud, like a big pry bar, drywall anchors, random stuff, router bits. But here's the main part of what I keep in here. This is my screw organizer. I keep all different sizes of screws in here, and then back here is finish nails. So that's like 18 and 16 gauge finish nails, any size I keep back there. So I just pull it out and bring it wherever I need. So I would say this is kind of the most disorganized part of my van, or my truck, I should say. Yeah, I have like painting rollers. I mean, I have everything in there. Just kind of a catch-all. That just goes here. And then in the side here, I always keep a leaf blower to kind of clean up at the end of the day. So that lives in the side there, and then I always keep like just a 2-step ladder tucked in there. Right now I have a 2x4. I recently picked this up. That just came out of some packaging, but it's a real thin piece of foam. I love that for like kneeling on. So I've been keeping that with me recently. And it's always nice to have like just a scrap piece of 2x4 with you. All right. So I actually bought this whole bed system at an auction for like $8. No one wanted it. And I kind of cut it to fit my truck. And it's the same time I got this cap. It's actually for a Nissan. So it's a little bit narrow, but I made it work. It's like some homemade jobby, but it pulls out and it's got like bearings. Yeah, it's got wheels kind of down here underneath, kind of homemade wheels, but they work really nice. But yeah, my bed pulls out there, and I'll show you what I keep in each kind of bay here. All right, so first things first, this is my drill. This is the drill I grab most of the time. It's got all my bits in the top, and then underneath is the Milwaukee installation driver in there. So that I try to keep that near the front because I use it a lot. these are all my DeWalt batteries with the 4 charger here that I keep here. And then here's all my Milwaukee 12 volt stuff. Power planer, that's the 23 gauge nailer, Dremel, drills, jigsaw right here. I keep all that in here. Extension cord and air hose, and I have cordless nailers, but I've never had good luck with them. They always leave nails proud. So I bought this little compressor. It's the Makita. It's a Quiet. It's the Quiet series. I think they actually carry these at Home Depot now. They didn't when I bought it. I had to go to kind of a specialty tool store, but this thing is awesome. It is so quiet. You can talk over it, listen to music over it. It just runs like at a low hum. So that's what I keep now with just my 2 nailers, and I just like pneumatic way better than battery. And then I keep this little DeWalt 7 1/4 saw with me all the time. Obviously, there's a need for a big like 12-inch saw, which I have for crown molding and things. But for the day-to-day, cut a little piece of trim, or you can even frame with it. That thing is amazing, and it's got such a small footprint that I just tuck it on top of this big drawer unit here. And it just always lives in my truck. So, yeah, love that saw. And then I have this little flexible bucket. I have a couple of these, and they're in use right now in places in my house. But sometimes I'll have a stack of 2 or 3 of them right here. But this is where I keep my tool belt. And then I have kind of like alternate tool belts underneath. Just like my little Diamondback bag is under here if I'm just doing small tasks. I have a bag full of just like random sandpaper that lives under here, and then a couple Milwaukee chargers under there. So that's what I keep in there. So then and then at the front here, that's where I keep my carry-all with all my hand tools in it. So for grab and go, I can just grab whatever I need. And then that just kind of rolls back in. Usually if I have big tools like a table saw or a big miter saw, I just have a seat that folds up and I just tuck it in here to bring it to the job. Or sometimes if I'm not using a tool in the back, I'll just make room to tuck it back there. But that's how I kind of get bigger tools to the job. And then as far as material goes, usually stuff lives up here and I just strap it down. Plywood, 2x4s, trim, things like that usually gets strapped on top. Sometimes I let it hang out the back if I'm in a rush or if it's something small. But yeah, so that's the truck tour. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on doing something differently. But yeah, it suited me well, and maybe one day I would like to get a van, but for right now, this kind of treats me well. So thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next week.